Welcome to Asset Plant Machinery. Today we're going to overview our Steelmaster Industrial 2-axis Graphical CNC press brake. This is our iBend controller and it's our ULTIMO model CNC press brake. This particular model is a 135 tonne by 3.2. It's a servo drive, and as mentioned before, it's got a graphical touch screen controller. Some of the key features on our press brake over here, we've got laser guards that basically allow the operator to work in close to the material. It's also got a quick action sort of setting so you can move the laser guard up and down out of the way. Our 135 tonne 3.2 also has a 95-95 multi-V bottom dive lock, segmented gooseneck top tool with scalloping there, and also quick change tool posts. The ULTIMO also is fitted with sliding front sheet supports, so that can be slid, loosened off, and then slid across the front of the machine, and also has a gas strut system here for lowering and raising the front sheet support itself. So we'll run around the machine itself. So it's got the side safety gates here. As you can see, it's got a nice big deep throat on the side of the machine. It's got a 420 deep throat on our 135 tonne CNC press brake. You can see the back gauge fingers all the way through there. They're actually high quality imported press brake back gauge fingers. There's 4 of those, and they've got the R adjustment up and down on those. So behind the machine itself, it's got the open back system, also with the safety laser guards there, so if somebody walks behind there, it actually turns the machine off. Now, as mentioned before, the back of the press brake is also illuminated, so it just creates a nice working environment. 4 back gauge fingers. They've also got the flips, so you can actually sort of set those, and you can also set the adjustment up and down there via the wheel there. Our ULTIMO also has Ballscrew wall mounted back gauge, so that just allows plenty of sort of folding through here as well. Otherwise, if it's a mid mount, you can get some collision. So wall mounted ball screws, deep side throat, quality back gauge fingers. The fit off on our iBend ULTIMO press brake is second to none. So we'll come around the front of the machine, and Kaylin, our internal tech, will run you through the operations of the actual iBend controller. So Kaylin, let's just run through some of the easy graphical controller.
Yeah, we can do that. So basically, when we start a new program, this is our program screen at the moment, but we can basically just draw a basic profile that we want to bend. Okay, so that's the starting point. So that's as crazy as it is. We can modify that afterwards. So when we move on to the next screen, we have to set up the job that we're working on. So that includes our material thickness, the width of the sheet that we're going to bend, the material that we're bending, the punch type that we're using, which is a standard gooseneck, which is supplied with the machine, and then you simply select the V that we're using. We're currently on a 16mm V. Keep time is how long it's going to hold in the fold. As you can see there, we've now got on the display the physical fold that we're going to achieve. So basically the black indicates the pre-bent section, and then the red is the resulting bend. So you can see obviously the angle that we've got set up there isn't going to work. So ways around that, you could get different tooling to suit that, but obviously I'll just adjust it now. So I'll just go back to our model screen. We can double tap our angles like so, double tap. When working from the side, it's a little bit awkward. I'll just put a 90-degree fold in there. So you can see I've changed the angle there. I can modify the lengths as well. Okay, and if I was happy to go ahead with that, I can proceed basically to the next step. So we can see this is it's got 2 bends in it, so there's 2 steps. We can use the up and down arrows to cycle through the steps, and you can see if anything's going to crash. So you can see on that second step, we're going to have a little crash on the back gauge. There's multiple ways to work around that. We could potentially flip the material around to work from the other side, as you can see, and now that we're not going to have that crash on the back gauge. So columns on the right hand side, this is the length of the step, this is the angle that we're bending. So I'll just point out the important stuff, and then obviously we've got these 2 here, compensations. So if you have an issue where you do a fold, it's not quite where it should be, you can put in an adjustment in that column, and that will save into the program so that you can repeat it the next time. So with that set up as it is, I can basically just start my program by going back to step number 1. I'm just going to hit start. Okay, because we've gone through the back curtain. Okay, let's try that again. I'm going to start it. So the wrong punch angle, the reason it's telling me that is I've got a 83.9 degree bend and it's 86 degree tooling. Okay, so I can get away with it on a larger V. This is mostly just a warning at this point. So I can still cycle the machine as is, but it's good that it gives you that warning before you jump into it so you don't damage something. So we've got the two axes just positioned, and I can basically just use my foot pedal to cycle the machine. As you can see, that's the first one, so that's a 93, and then the second one's slightly deeper. That's your 2 steps there. Once you've done the 2 steps, it's going to position back to your first step for repeat of the bending process.
Fantastic. So thanks, Kalen. So for a full range of our ULTIMO iBend CNC press brakes, jump onto assetplan.com.au. Also, we'll be posting another detailed version of our iBend controller shortly on our YouTube station. So jump on assetplan.com.au for a full range of our metalwork machinery. Thanks, and have a great day.